The crisis response team, what they do is they take a short-term situation with the firefighters stabilized. They are able to initially visit with the people, be able to try to intervene, just by being a friend and being a support system. And then longer term, they try to connect them with social services that can help them longer term. Well, the team needs to exist because there's a huge vacuum. Once we get there and we do the immediate stabilization, we leave behind a lot of people that are desperately sad, brokenhearted, have all kinds of issues with nowhere to turn. We absolutely need somebody to fill that gap. The fire department has a great deal of gratitude for the crisis response team. Not only does it free us up to go on other calls to be able to take care of other people, but it's really about customer service for us. It really does tie up the loose ends. They've been just a tremendous resource for the fire department.
There's no time in a person's life that they need somebody more than in a crisis. And if this program didn't exist, there would not be anybody there to hold their hands, to dry their tears, to hug them, and sometimes just sit for 10, 12 hours and just be there because they don't have anyone else. We run a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day program. Holidays, birthdays, crisis doesn't have a specific time that it happens. If there's anything I could say to the volunteers and all of those that are so involved in the program, it's thank you, because there would be nothing worse than thinking about somebody facing the worst day of their life alone. It is a privilege for us to be able to come into someone's home on their worst possible day and share things with them that nobody else will ever share. But we hope in the long run that when they think back on it, that maybe we help to make it just a little easier.
My story is really about my husband. He passed away earlier this summer. He passed away in August, and it was very sudden. He decided to take his own life. My husband was in the Navy for 4 years. During that time, he sustained some injuries, quite a few injuries, and really had a lot of trouble with his back and his neck. He was always really proud that he served his country, but he never really was quite the same. He found himself, in a position where he was not able to work, and that really took its toll, like it would on, any husband that wants to provide for their family. And he finally, got tired of waiting for help, is basically what it came down to. He just, could not be in pain anymore another day. Honestly, the hardest part was, making that phone call and realizing what happened. And then, after that, it's kind of a frenzy. All of these, sheriff's people and all kinds of folks started, showing up at my house. But the greatest thing was the Fountain Hills crisis team, because I really could not have gotten through that night without them. They took great care of me. I mean, they made sure that I had water and, who can we call for you? And, even just having a box of Kleenex, like something so simple, really made the evening bearable as much as it could be. But when they came, it was such a blessing, because it was somebody that could really just spend time with me and take the time out to make me feel really comforted and not so much important, but they really wrapped their arms around me, and that's exactly what I needed at that time. That they're willing to do that, on their own time and give their time to other people when, someone else is having a crisis. I think that's pretty neat. Please keep doing what you're doing, because it does make a difference, and it made a difference in my life. And the family members that I have that have, gotten to meet you, they're so thankful also that you were there for me when they couldn't be. Please continue on, doing that important work, because it is so miraculous and it's so wonderful. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart.